is how you make an amazing homemade loaf of bread with your leftover pizza dough.
We're making sun-dried tomato and shallot bread with our leftover pizza dough. Let's do it.
Today we are making bread with some sun-dried tomatoes and shallots. And then the dough, I wanted to use it for something else besides pizza and show that it's a very versatile dough. So we're gonna be making bread with it. So it's very easy. You take your dough from yesterday. It could be the same day when you do this, but this is from yesterday. I put it in the fridge, an airtight container. I'm just gonna throw the sun-dried tomatoes and the shallots in here, mix it all in, put it in the 400-degree oven for about 40 minutes, and we're gonna see how it turns out. All right, so now that that's on top, we're gonna just mix it all in, and we'll put it in the oven on a baking sheet, a oiled baking sheet. All right, so the next day your dough might be a little bit rubbery, but no worries. All you gotta do is add a little bit of water to it, and it should help soften that up a little bit more, because that's what I did here. Never fear, just add a little bit of moisture back in there, and you'll be fine. All right, now that everything's mixed into our dough, we're gonna grease a baking sheet and see what we get. All right, now that we got our baking sheet out, we're just gonna put a little bit of oil on it, and now we're gonna spread it. All right, now that this is oiled, we're gonna take our dough, put it on here, and we're just gonna pop it into the oven and see what happens. We'll score it. All right, so now that we scored it, we're just gonna put this in the oven and we'll see what happens. And into the oven we go. All right, so this just came out of the oven. You can hear the crunchiness. Ooh. So I'm gonna let this cool down a little bit. We're gonna cut it open, and then we're gonna try it with salted butter and a little bit of garlic spread. So now that we have a bread knife, we're gonna just cut into this. All right, now that it's cut in half, we're gonna let it steam out a little bit, and then I'll show you guys what it looks like. All right, so this is what the final bread product looks like. It looks a little undercooked actually, but it's not. That is the oils coming from the shallots and the sun-dried tomato. So we're gonna cut this and we're gonna try it. All right, so this first piece looks amazing. So we're gonna try it just by itself first. Phenomenal. That's a good loaf of bread. Wow. It looks dense, but it's not. I don't know how to explain it. So now we're gonna try with a little bit of the garlic spread I have. From leftover pizza dough to this, wow. And now, I mean, you gotta try with just straight butter. So now I have my buttered piece. Let's try this. Wow. Oh my God, that's phenomenal. Nice outer crust. It's really good. So this